Josh Valencia from Good Break Studios. Be sure to check us out at Good Break Studio on Twitter, subscribe, and check us out at www.goodbreakstudios.com. If you hear any shuffling, that's the dog in the background. Today we're going to be looking at the Thunderverb 200 Orange Amp Simulator that's powered by the Amplitube platform, so pretty good stuff. You could use it standalone or within any DAW. If we look at the amp, it's your basic 2-channel amp. You have the channel A, which has a 3-band EQ, so your treble, mid, and bass. Pretty standard stuff. And then you have your channel B, which has a tone shape knob, so all the way clockwise you're going to have just the highs and lows. The mid's completely scooped out. And then all the way counterclockwise you're going to have just your mids. Both of them use the same gain stage, so you can if you set them exactly the same, or as close as you can, they'll sound pretty much the same. It does have an attenuate and a reverb. The attenuate, in case of an amp sim, you're not really gonna use that like you would a normal attenuate to get it to fit a different speaker, but it does kind of squash it down, and you do get the cab over here. You do get it sounding differently if you were to switch up the cab, so that is pretty neat. So let's go ahead and give it a listen. We're gonna look at the Metal Kiss, which is using channel A with the gain juiced. Let's give it a listen. So again, pretty basic stuff. For those who care to know, I am not actually playing the part. It is my PRS Custom 24 bridge pickup into a Tube DI. And that's what I recorded this part for this particular song. So let's go ahead and start off with the first preset. This was the 8th. I believe there are 10. Let's go ahead. Yep, let's go ahead and listen to Bluesy. I'm going to play that same part. What I'm going to do now is just increase the input. For some reason, these don't sound quite right. The cleaner models in the Amplitube series don't sound quite right. If you give them too little gain, they kind of don't break up the way that they should. I know they're clean, but they're still going to break up a good bit. So I'm going to go ahead and feed them a little more. So if we were just to go ahead and listen, it does sound pretty cool. The clean tones. One thing to notice is that this amp uses a spring reverb, but it doesn't sound just like the other algorithms that the other reverbs that come in Amplitube have. It's not just a normal spring reverb. It's a little different. I kind of like it. It's not the same crap over and over. Let's go ahead and listen to the clean set. So if you guys can tell, I did just switch between the clean set 1 and clean set 2. The only difference to my ears is really the reverb. Again, some of the EQ might have jiggled around a bit, but for the most part, it should be pretty similar. And the dogs are playing behind me. Let's go ahead and jump to the next one. It's the grungy. I am going to push the input level just so we hear a good amount of breakup. So again, good sound, breaking up nicely, just like I would expect it to. Let's go ahead and jump to the next one. For those who notice this little star come up, it's anytime I change a preset, it'll freak out and put a little star by it. So just crunchy. So I switched between the, what is this? The Just Crunchy and some of the Metal Kiss. That did sound a lot nicer. This is the one I use for the actual song I'm using the amp in. Breaks up really, really well. Kind of what I would expect an Orange amp to break up like. The other amp sims are good, but they're not, I don't feel them to be super authentic. This one does a great job, excuse me, in modeling what the gain stages sound like. So let's go ahead and jump around to the next one. They get a little crazier. I'm just going to play them through and stop talking now. So just so people notice what this one's doing, if anyone who has an actual tube amplifier were to just juice the volume and keep the gain down, assuming they're separate knobs, you'll definitely feel exactly what's happening in this particular power amp distortion preset here. So the gain is kind of at a medium preset. Again, it's on channel A, and the volume is just juiced, so it's kind of a heartier. That's a horrible word. It's kind of a thicker. That sounds kind of gross too. It's a different type of breaking up. Pretty cool stuff. Again, a lot more mild. Really sits well back in a mix, I feel. Let's jump over to the last one, and this one is Storm. So that's a different preset. It's kind of more broken up, and it's a preset that has the most reverb in it. This reverb is good. That one is a little overbearing, but like I said, if you were to sit it in a mix, I'd just dial that reverb back a hair. So let's go ahead and see if there's one more. I doubt it. Nope, it switches to the Tiny Terror. So I think we're all set. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the Metal Kiss, and we're gonna listen to it in the mix here. Let's go ahead and unsolo. So I hope you guys liked listening to everything. Like I said in the beginning, be sure to follow, subscribe, do all that stuff, and I'll be sure to put out more videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.